And when I chose this path, I knew it was not the easier road, but it was the only road I could ever walk with pride. Every corner of my heart whispered the same truth, that you are worth every sacrifice, every battle, every scar I may carry. I did not stumble into this decision, I embraced it, I carved it into my soul, I made it the foundation of who I am now. My baby, I decided it for you, and that decision has become my armor and my fire, my reason to rise when the world tries to break me. There are days when I feel the world watching me with suspicion, their eyes full of doubt, their voices thick with judgment. They cannot understand why a man like me, with so much at his command, would surrender everything for one love. But I do not expect them to understand, because they have never felt what I feel when I think of you. They have never known what it means to look at someone and see both home and destiny in their eyes. My baby, I decided it for you, because I would rather live one day at your side in truth, than a lifetime on the throne in lies. I am not afraid of their anger. I am not afraid of their betrayal. What I fear most is a world where you do not exist by my side. The thought of that emptiness, of that silence, of that unbearable absence, is enough to drive me into madness. That is why I fight so fiercely, why I cling so tightly, why I burn every bridge behind me. Because I cannot, and I will not, live in a reality that does not hold you. My baby, I decided it for you, and in that choice I have chained my entire existence to yours, not as a prison, but as freedom. I see the future in visions that come uninvited, our laughter echoing through quiet mornings, your hand resting in mine as if it had always belonged there, the world fading into irrelevance, as we build a kingdom of our own hearts. That kingdom needs no walls, no soldiers, no crowns. It is built of trust, of loyalty, of love so vast that even time will bow to it. Why, baby, I decided it for you, because I want that forever with you more than I want the power others would kill for. Let them come. Let them rise against me with their armies, with their rules, with their warnings. Let them try to tear you from me. They will fail, because they do not understand what they are fighting against. They are not facing a prince clinging to a fleeting affection. They are facing a man whose entire soul has been reforged in devotion, a man who will burn kingdoms to ash before letting you be taken away. Why, baby, I decided it for you, and if the world wishes to call me ruthless, let it. For you, I would become a storm, a fire, a terror to all who stand against us. And still, beneath all that fire, there is tenderness too. Because when the battles are over, when the storms are quiet, when the world has bent beneath my resolve, I only want to return to you not as a ruler, not as a warrior, but as a man who belongs to you and you alone. My baby, I decided it for you, and I will keep deciding it every day, until the last beat of my heart fades into silence. And every time I whisper it, the meaning deepens. It is not just about crowns, wars, or sacrifices anymore. It is about the quiet, almost invisible things too. The kind of life I want to build with you is not just written in victories, or etched into history books, but in the simple, unshakable truth of belonging. My baby, I decided it for you, because I want you to wake each morning without fear, to open your eyes to a world that feels safe, warm, and unbroken. I want you to know without doubt that you will never have to face life alone. I imagine the mornings we will share, sunlight spilling across the sheets, your hair tangled in sleep, your breathing soft and steady as if the whole world has finally found its rhythm in you. I imagine myself rising first, not as a prince weighed by duty, but as a man humbled by love, watching you as though you are the only truth I need. And in those moments, I realize that my greatest triumph will never be a throne, it will be seeing you smile at me, unguarded, knowing you are home. My baby, I decided it for you, because my future begins and ends with your happiness. But even as I dream of the softness, I know the storm outside us is real. Enemies circle in shadows, hungry to test my strength, eager to tear apart what they cannot understand. Let them come. Let them gather their armies, let them sharpen their blades. They think they are fighting a prince desperate for power, but they do not know I am fighting for something far greater you. And for you, I will not hesitate. I will strike, I will rise, I will burn everything that dares to stand between us. Why, baby, I decided it for you, and in that decision, I have become unbreakable. Still, when the battles are over, when the halls of power fall silent, I will return to the quiet. To the moments where it is just you and me, no world watching, no history recording, no judgment weighing down upon us. Just my hand in you. Every time the thought comes, it settles deeper into me, until it feels like the blood in my veins, like the very air that fills my lungs. It is not a choice I made once and left behind. It is a decision I live with every moment, one that grows stronger the more I breathe your name. Why, baby, I decided it for you, and even if the heavens themselves came crashing down, even if the earth split beneath my feet, I would not waver. Because you are not just my love, you are my compass, my reason, my vow to a future that has meaning. They do not know how heavy this crown feels. They see the shine, the power, the command, but they do not feel the cold iron pressing against my soul. They think a prince is born to rule, but I have learned that a prince is born only to choose, and I have chosen you. Why, baby, I decided it for you, because no throne, no title, no empire could make me feel the way your touch does. The world may drown in its rules and traditions, but I will not let it drown you. I will tear down those walls stone by stone. I will defy them all if I must, because you are not my weakness, you are the only strength I have ever trusted. At night, when silence stretches across the halls of this palace, I lie awake and picture the life that awaits us beyond these battles. I see you walking freely, not as someone the world whispers about, but as someone the world bows to because you are mine. I imagine the warmth of your ladder filling the spaces that once felt like cages, turning this cold palace into a home. And I swear, nothing, not the claws of envy, not the schemes of rivals, not the pressure of legacy will be allowed to steal that from us. Why, baby, I decided it for you, and that decision has become the armor around my heart. But I know too, the cost of love like this. Love that refuses to bow, love that defies kingdoms, love that holds tighter the more it is tested. It does not come without scars. I am ready to bear them. Let them call me ruthless, let them brand me selfish, let them curse my name in their halls of power. I will accept it all, because if that is the price of keeping you safe, then I will pay without hesitation. Why, baby, I decided it for you, and I would rather be remembered as a monster who loved too fiercely, than as a prince who abandoned the only soul who mattered. And yet, beneath all the fire, there is tenderness, to a softness that belongs only to you. Because when the battles fade, when the blood is washed from my hands, when the echoes of war grow quiet, I want nothing more than to return to your embrace. To sit with you in the hush of night, your head resting on my chest, your heartbeat reminding me why I fought in the first place. In those moments, the world outside ceases to exist, and I am no longer a prince, I am simply yours. My baby, I decided it for you, and every moment with you makes the decision the most sacred truth of my life. And the more I say it, the more it becomes the truth that defines me. I do not wait for the throne. I do not fight for the crown. I do not live for the world. They are illusions, fading shadows. I wake for you. I fight for you. I live for you. My baby, I decided it for you, and now nothing else matters. The air I breathe is shaped by your name, the steps I take are guided by your presence. If the world were to strip me of everything, me title, my wealth, my kingdom, so long as I still have you, I would remain unbroken. I think devotion is weakness. They do not understand that when love takes root this deep, it turns into something indestructible. I have seen kings betray. I have seen empires crumble. I have seen loyalties fade when the winds change, but my vow to you is not like theirs. It is carved into me, branded into my very soul. Why, baby, I decided it for you, and even if time itself tried to erase it, I would carve it again, over and over, until eternity itself bowed to my truth. I know they whisper that I am consumed, that I am blind, that this love will destroy me. Perhaps they are right, but what they do not see is that destruction means nothing if it delivers me to you. What is ruin to a man who has already been saved by love? What is the weight of a collapsing kingdom compared to the warmth of your hand in mine? Why, baby, I decided it for you, and if I must burn in the fire of this devotion, then let me burn gladly, for your light is the only flame I will ever need. And yet, beneath the intensity, there is something softer too. A yearning that stretches beyond thrones and wars, beyond pride and defiance. I want a world where you are free to smile without fear, where you can walk beside me without the shadow of judgment, where your laughter is louder than the whispers of doubt. I want nights where the only crown that matters is the one of stars above us, and mornings where your name is the first thing I breathe. Why, baby, I decided it for you, and I will not rest until that world belongs to us. So let them stand in my way. Let them. Why, baby, I decided it for you, because my future begins and ends with your happiness. But even as I dream of the softness, I know the storm outside us is real. Enemies circle in shadows, hungry to test my strength, eager to tear apart what they cannot understand. Let them come. Let them gather their armies, let them sharpen their blades. They think they are fighting a prince desperate for power, but they do not know I am fighting for something far greater, you. And for you, I will not hesitate. I will strike, I will rise, I will burn everything that dares to stand between us. Why, baby, I decided it for you, and in that decision, I have become unbreakable. Still, when the battles are over, when the halls of power fall silent, I will return to the quiet. To the moments where it is just you and me, no world watching, no history recording, no judgment weighing down upon us. Just my hand in you.